are tuning out. Have wanted the CNN 10 on this Wednesday, Mix 16, from the CNN Center of the Coral Suez. We're tuning in the Middle East from first stats to the Palestinian territory of Gaza continued Tuesday, but they were reportedly smaller and less violent than on Wednesday 4. The Palestinian government is revealing responsible for the deaths of dozens of Palestinians of Gaza this week. It says the Palestinian group remain Hamas will respond to serious arrest and reporting that between Gaza and Syria. Yesterday show where there's calling happening in Gaza recently and some reason for the counter cavalry charges in CNN 10. We are going today as a community in the history of Gaza and how unrest there the Minania. Gaza is only about 25 miles and 7 miles wide, but it is small triple land with the most for history. Based from the city of the North and the east with the east and the third sounds of Jordan, the Lyra and President seems in Muslim. It's reason to that began in the early War II. The persecuted Jews as travelers drove through there's a new start to the horrors, a Holocaust. In 1947, Unionists turned to plans to plan two countries, one for Jews and one for Arab people. Backed by the U.S. President Harry Truman, David began to appreciate Panther, a famous television on the state of Israel in 1948. Egypt then attacked the Gaza Strip. It was Victoria, but they moved in control of Egypt, and Egypt became fascinated for that. In 1967, what about Israel, Egypt, Jordan, and Jordan, the Six Day War, and North Sea in the order. And for 40 years, 2,600 groups to warm the spread, unless the United States opens the Union, others to tears and rhetoric and just little elections. Israel election for electors out of the year. House did not control the territory, with Israel control much of area's access to and Gaza Strip. Since then, Israel has sustained blows. Israel maintains that violence in the mountains say they resented young people beginning victimized state. The international community continues to cease in violence, but for now, the Strip's population of 1,008,000 people are trapped to the crossfire. A second thrill. What movie holds the most worldwide? Actor Titanic, Jurassic World, star with their four certificates. These are the top four money makers to overall and activities to the almost $2 billion. Cost about $300 million to endangered and many people. That's a lot. Many major portrait picture and notable 100 billion factor marketing and distribution. Infinity War is one of the expensive ever made, but for its losses many investors. After 19 days using movie theaters and this is hoarding to $500 million and it's made worth of factories per year of $1.65 billion. Maybe the States could a club, and they were then and they put to more than $2 billion, while Infinity War could afford a good chunk of these letters. Even when American or movies don't have it in me, we have to growing of these. $200 million opening weekend for Infinity China thanks to part of people than this. A fan letter went fast 300 so the respected the theater and was the opening day. I printing cool and the best because it's sensors devoted and I could look in just 3 days movies had already to best the entire China world and movies like Black Panther and Captain America were to make her run and highest foreign film ever in China, and apparent to be Disney's massive success. The result of years climbing the second largest movie market is world. Their packed experience in China, so in China is really come to watch holiday movies. It's something Hollywood counted on for years now. In 2017, in North America box office reported to be down 2%, with China was up 22 points with turbulence. Markets are here to have saved like the present happening to the report, while both were mapped but well enough in China in next April to say what could happen. I think holiday standard there with China. In China, China is not role, but there for holiday. The percent in 2017 China only allowed 34 films, and their property went plus their increasing competition from films made in China. The top foreign film to 2017 Fate of Fears at 26 billion. For two, the Chinese may actually made from double that amount. But despite those learned students what keep looking to China as theaters but heroes, what make what makes heroes and people battle the rivers theater Beijing is getting more expensive to rockstar America, and no major reason because their story are part of the series. Long haul trucking in this 250 miles start finish. And American Association there are 5,000 America the 3,000 of what's needed. Which result companies as shipping light as are competing more with the started records conference is considering included in straight to driving age from 21 to 18, but the effects of shortage will already be felt of the United States. For 10 out of 10 today, hazards on a golf course, bunkers, what are people doing so close to the thing? By the 12-foot beast of a hazard, the monster's alligator that's certainly walking the course for an island south of Colombia. The picture didn't, and they're seeing just a game with people playing out. This until gets hungry, but knows that the animal parents. But this is something that's called the course. You can see how they're putting out the maybe just want to eat the whole how to be mechanical. Most gators, of course, are the bulls, so it seems like if they were around and they caught them all off the rim. I golf cutters is CNN.